Good evening, Davey Boy here. I'm back again to do another curry. Now then, in here we've got ground mustard seeds, ground fennel and ground coriander seeds. We're going to add some fenugreek. You can do that however you need to. I judge just by sprinkling in what I think's enough. So, a little sprinkle of that. Then we've got garam masala. Put some of that in. So we've got fenugreek in there, garam masala, coriander, fennel, mustard. Then we're going to add paprika. Some paprika in there. A bit of that in. Then we add some cumin. Some of that in. There we go. Some turmeric. Always add some turmeric. So that's the turmeric and spices added. All into there. I'll give it a better look, better angle. Now what we do then, get his finger in, get a mix all them spices up. Right, the mustard seeds, the coriander seeds and the fennel seeds I put in a dry pan and put an equal amount of all three in, and then I toast them until the mustard seed starts popping. Then you put the lid on, let them cool down, and then you put your seeds into here and you use one of these mortar and pestle and grind your seeds up to a fine powder. The more you grind it, the better consistency you have to your curry. That's what I suggest anyway. So nice fine powder, all them are nicely blended now in there, all nicely mixed. So that is your mixed spices. Upsy daisy, had a little accident then. Lost a tripod. Bear with me 1 second. Right. There we go. Right, sorry about that guys. Just had a bit of a moment there. So in here we have now got our butter. Let's see that. Butter and sunflower oil. In there now, we're going to add some white pepper, some ground white pepper. Sprinkle all that in your pan with sunflower oil and butter. Some salt, bit of salt, sea salt, bit of salt in there. Some black pepper, ground black pepper. Good dose of this in. Oh, going upside down. How come we're going upside down? Oh my days. I have to pause it out, guys. I'll just carry on a sec. You have to watch me inverted, guys. Sorry about that. I put camera on tripod upside down, wrong way down. 1 second, guys. Right. We're back again. So that's all the salt and pepper in there. We're going to put that on heat now, get this going. So we've got the spices ground. We've got his heat on there, ready to go. All ready to go. Oh. Get that heated up. And over here, we've got his finely chopped pepper, red pepper, 2 medium-sized finely chopped onions, And over here we have 1 Scotch bonnet and 2 red bird's eye finger chilies. Haha, that should be fun. Remember guys, that when you do cook these chilies or any chilies, try and wear gloves or make sure you wash your hands before and after thoroughly, especially after, because if you scratch your face out, you can be in trouble. Right then, I'll go chop my chicken up, my mushrooms, and then we'll back. I'm going to add these, let this melt down first in my pan, and then I'm going to add my spices. Add my spices again. That's it. Right, 1 second, I'll just go get my spatula. This pan that I use, by the way, is like a casserole pan. It's cast iron. It's a good few years old. Probably older than, no, it ain't probably older than me. I'm not even sure it could be. Could be from 60s, 70s. I don't know. But in here now, we're just melting this butter down. And there's salt and pepper. And just getting that to a nice... Once it's melted, or as soon as it's melted, have one of these. These are good for scraping sides of your pan. Better than a spoon. You get more off at sides. You can hear this hissing now. So once your butter starts cooking and it's all melted, and it starts hissing, you add your spices. In the go. Right. Throw that in. Get a good mix. Right, turn your heat down then straight away and let them cook nicely. Let them cook on a very low light now for a couple of minutes. The reason it's a low light is so you don't burn them. Right, see that what's going on there? That takes all the bitterness out of the spices. This is why you add your onions afterwards and not before. Because then you can't do this process with your spices. It's all frothing up now nicely. Lovely. Brilliant. And it takes the grittiness out as well. But if you blend them well enough, it should be okay. Right, back over here. That one. Back to us. Onions and peppers. In there's also 6 cloves of finely chopped garlic. I must let you know about that. So we're over here now. In here, all into your pan. Let's have a look as we do this. There we go. There's this pan. Get all this in. So in goes your peppers, onions, garlic. Make sure you get every morsel off there. Then, straight away you need to start boiling your kettle. Right, so mix this up and it goes to a right thick consistency, which is what you want. Goes pretty dry, to be honest with you, which is, go, wow, look at that. But this is where you just cook it a little while until your water boils, and then you add your boiling hot water. It's got to be boiling hot water, don't add cold water, so it'll spoil the process, and it's a good process. You can also, at this stage, add your chilies, your Scotch bonnet, 1 Scotch bonnet, 2 red bird's eye finger chilies in there, and it goes very finely chopped. And I must repeat myself and say, make sure you wash your hands thoroughly after chopping them, or use gloves like I do, it's easier. Right, there we go. Right. It's not me. Get this in the process. Right then. If I can just move that. Something wrong with it. To be honest with you guys, I want you to catch this process. So we've got us water here now. Anyway, back in the pan. And listen to the sizzle. Not a lot of sizzle. Weird. Okay. Get your water in there. Get a good consistency. Not too much. It's enough. Because you can always boil it out the water and it'll thicken as you go on. So don't worry if you put a little too much in, because you can just boil it longer and it takes the water out. So let that simmer away now. Onions and your peppers to soften, and you start getting a thick consistency. Once you get that, you add your meat and cook your meat for a while. Then you add your tomato puree, your ginger you can add now as well. So get a splash of this ginger, chopped ginger. You can buy it like that from Tesco's, it's great stuff. Chopped ginger, chopped garlic. It's brilliant, really good, really good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a bit of that in there, maybe half of it, to be honest with you, to make a nice curry. Half a tube of that ginger in, get that in there, give it a stir, just let it thicken with garlic as well, and when peppers soften and onions, you get nice consistency. And there we go, there we have it. Right, I'll make my second part of this curry experience. But look at that. That is amazing, what do you think? So, let this simmer now, about 15-20 minutes, turn heat down now, 15-20 minutes of that, and then it's time for the next process. I'll see you soon guys.